Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys my newest gaming pickups. I have a ton of variety here. I can't wait to show you guys. But before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing, guys. And if you enjoy this video, you know what to do. Please give it a thumbs up. But with that out of the way, guys, let's check out these pickups. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the one amiibo I have been waiting for probably almost a month now. It finally came in, and that is the Palamute amiibo from Monster Hunter Rise. This thing finally came in. Looks absolutely awesome. Now, I haven't seen any of the Monster Hunter amiibos, like, you know, at any of the stores on the shelf. It's kind of like, seems like if you didn't pre-order it, you're kind of shit out of luck. But luckily, I did pre-order these. Hopefully, you know, at some point we'll see these on the shelf. If you've seen them, let me know. I'm just curious to see if anybody's actually seen like stock of these anywhere, because I personally haven't, and I know some of my friends haven't either, because they're looking for, you know, a couple of these, the dragon especially, because that one is just awesome looking. But definitely let me know in the comments. Alright, so getting into some games. Alright, I got a ton of variety here, guys. The first one is an NES game I've been looking for my wife, and I finally found it from a new store that opened up by me. I didn't even know they were really going to have too much in games there, so I went there, thought I'd give it a try, and man, did they have some stuff that was absolutely awesome. A ton of variety, definitely a store I'm going to be going back to. Not a lot of stuff, but definitely some good stuff. So first thing I got was Adventure Island for the NES. Like I said, this is something that I've been looking for my wife. She really likes this game. I can't believe I didn't already have this, but finally have it. I've seen it many times, but just passed it by. And when I'm actually wanted to pick up a copy, I just couldn't seem to find it. But finally, I have found one, and here it is, guys. In decent shape, and happy to add that to my NES collection. Now, I got two boxed Sega Genesis games that I, didn't have. I don't have a ton of Genesis games to begin with, and definitely want to grow the boxed collection, especially for Genesis. So the first one I got is game and case only of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. So this is missing the manual, unfortunately, but regardless, still really cool. I just really, happy to at least have the box for Genesis games. These boxes really are still nice, and they hold up really well. Like the artwork on the front of this. So really, really cool. And I also got a complete, not for resale copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Pretty strange that I didn't actually have this in my collection, but now I finally do have a actual physical copy and a complete copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now I got a couple Super Nintendo games. The first one I'm going to show you guys is the WWF Royal Rumble. Obviously a loose cart. Nevertheless, a really cool game to add to the collection. And the next one is a fantastic game. Glad I seen this and snatched it up. And that is the loose cart for Gradius. Love my shoot 'em up games, so definitely happy to have a copy of this in the collection. And I got two boxed Super Nintendo games. The first one is a complete copy of Tecmo Super Bowl. So that's really cool to find some boxed Super Nintendo games. Always happy to find that stuff. And the next one is an RPG for Super Nintendo, and that is the Seventh Saga. Now this one actually is missing the instruction manual and the map. So that's something I'm definitely going to be seeking out to make this a complete copy at some point. This is definitely a really hard RPG. The box is a little banged up. Definitely looks better in this, plastic protector for sure. So, glad I have some of these laying around. Okay, so now moving on, I got a couple GameCube games. Always love to add games to the GameCube collection. Now this first one I'm going to show you guys, I actually picked up at my local thrift store, and I got it for $1 and change. So definitely not going to pass up a GameCube game for less than $2, I can tell you that. And this is a complete copy and in excellent condition of Mark Davis Pro Bass Fishing. So, you know, not like an amazing game or anything, but, you know, nevertheless, a complete GameCube game for less than $2 is absolutely insane, and I will pick that up all day long. So, really happy to add that to my GameCube collection. And the next one I actually got at a local pawn shop. I've been kind of checking this, you know, a couple pawn shops in the area looking for some, you know, just different stuff that I'm normally not seeing. And I did find, let's see, Midway Arcade Treasures 2. An absolutely fantastic game. This has a ton of just awesome, you know, arcade titles on it. Mortal Kombat 2, 3, Gauntlet 2, Spy Hunter 2, Narc, Pit Fighter, Total Carnage, Rampage World Tour, Arch Rivals, Primal Rage, Xenophobe, Hard Driving, Wacko. I mean, even just more than that. I mean, just what an amazing, you know, compilation here. I'm definitely going to have to search out the first one because, man, this is what I'm talking about. I love stuff like this. And unfortunately, this one is not complete. It's got all the extra paperwork, but it is missing the actual manual. So definitely going to have to search that out to try to make this a complete copy. But nevertheless, absolutely awesome find. And the next one, I had to pick it up right away, a game that was on my list, and that is Time Splitters 2. Another fantastic game for the GameCube. This one is a complete copy, so that is just fantastic. You know, and I did get both of these for a decent price there, so I was really happy to have picked those up. So this next game is another one I found at my local thrift store. One of my favorite games on the PlayStation 2, and that is Downhill Domination. This game is so much damn fun. I have it playing on this TV right here. An absolute blast to play. You just basically race mountain bikes down really insanely steep hills, punching the other racers, kicking them, throwing bottles, beating them with sticks and all kinds of other stuff, doing like, you know, crazy insane flips and tricks and all that kind of good stuff. Definitely, you know, such an amazing game on the PS2. I used to play this game so much back in the early 2000s with my one good friend, but I definitely highly recommend this if you've never played it before. But definitely for me, this was an amazing find at the thrift store. Now there was one more game. I actually should have got it when I was there. I actually went back to get it the next day and they just sold it before I got there. It was a complete copy of Mario Party 5. I wasn't sure if I already owned it, but the one I have is 7. So I wish I would have, you know, went back the same day and tried to pick it up. But hey, that's how this goes sometimes, but that's okay. Because I used the money on other stuff. So it's all good. Alright, so moving along to some handheld stuff. I got 2 boxed Game Boy Advance games. Now this first one is actually a sealed copy. I couldn't pass this by. It was really cheap, and a sealed Game Boy Advance game, even if it's not something amazing, I'm definitely going to pick it up. So obviously, as you can see, this has got Risk, Battleship, and Clue on it. So basically a bunch of board games put digital. But, you know, like I said, a sealed a sealed box, so couldn't pass this one by. And the next one is a complete copy of Power Rangers Wild Force. You know, absolutely awesome looking box art. I had to pick this one up, especially because it was complete. And I got it for a pretty cheap price, so definitely happy to add that to the, you know, growing Game Boy Advance collection. And I also picked up a loose cartridge for Game Boy Advance. My good buddy Dan from my local GameStop reached out to me, sent me a picture of this, and, you know, was seeing if I was interested, and especially at, you know, what these games are going for currently. and they always are going up in value. I had to pick it up, especially at, you know, the GameStop price, which is almost half of what this thing is selling for. And that is Pokemon Emerald, you know, version for the Game Boy Advance. So that is absolutely awesome. Glad to have picked this up. I already do have this, so, you know, nice to have an extra one. You know, this could be something I could, you know, use as trade bait in the future or sell off, you know, to get something else. So awesome find there. And let's see. Okay, so now the next one is actually for the Nintendo DS, and I found this at this, you know, new store that opened up by me, and that is a copy of Pokemon Diamond. This game looks absolutely amazing in person. So it kind of just, I was drawn to it. I was like, it was between this and another game, and my daughter actually helped me decide on this one. This, I don't know if this is complete. I know it, if I can get it open, it does have, you know, game and manual, but there's no other paperwork, so I'm not sure if other stuff came with this. It probably did. So regardless, close to complete, if not complete, but nevertheless, absolutely awesome cover art, and glad to put this into the collection. And the next one is a sealed 3DS game. I'm actually, you know, gonna try to pick up more of these as I see them. I'm actually looking for one in particular that I haven't seen in quite a while. Hopefully I see it before they're completely gone off shelves. But this one I got is a complete sealed copy of Legend of Zelda 3D Majora's Mask. Like I said, these are just going to go up in value, so if I can, you know, find these for retail now or even a cheaper clearance price or something, I'm going to snatch them up. You know, I'd really like to get maybe like Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon sealed and stuff, and a few other ones before I can't find them anymore. But honestly, it's getting pretty hard to find, you know, brand new 3DS games in stores. So, you know, this is the time to snatch them up while you can, because these things are just gonna go up in price. And the last 3DS game I got is actually a big box version of Chibi Robo Ziplash. So this is one I passed by so many times. I actually ordered this off eBay because I wanted to have the amiibo in my collection and also have this, you know, this game in my collection for the 3DS. Figured I'd get this as, you know, just like the other one, while the prices were, you know, normal retail and not just something ridiculous like they're going to be in the future. So really happy to add this, you know, big box amiibo and game to the collection. And that, like I said, that's a sealed copy as well. Alright, so moving into some more modern games. So let's see. For the Xbox One, just like with the Pokemon Emerald Edition, I also got another game that my buddy let me know about, and that is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And this is a complete copy. This game is definitely rising in value. So when he, you know, sent me a picture of this, I actually looked it up, and I was pretty surprised on just, you know, how this game is just going up in price. So I had to snatch this up now before this one becomes one of those games that just is a stupid price. So happy to add that one to the collection. And this is one I seen at a Best Buy, and I figured since I seen it, I'm gonna grab it, because these games, if I do see them on shelf, I'm just gonna grab them, you know, while they're around, because they just skyrocket in value. And that is Shantae and the Seven Sirens for the PlayStation 4. As you can see, this is, you know, a way forward game that's been released through limited run. As you can see on the back here, I do have the Switch version of this, actually the big box edition. I guess the collector's edition for this game I got from limited run. But yeah, definitely I'm gonna grab any of these Shantae games if I see them, because man, the prices on these things just go up to crazy heights. It's nuts. And I got 3 Switch titles. The first one is a game that just came out recently for Switch, but was out for other consoles earlier, and that is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time. An absolutely fantastic, Crash game, a lot of fun. I actually do own this on the Xbox One already, but definitely wanted to have a Switch copy of this, just to be able to play this on the go, because it's a ton of fun. And the next one is one I actually searched out. Me and my buddy Steve Craig were actually talking about this game quite a bit lately. He picked up a copy, and it's something I was trying to find and pretty much had no luck, but I was able to find a copy on eBay that was just a little bit above retail. So happy to have finally the Return of the Obra Dinn. This looks like a just really different game, and it definitely has drawn my attention, drawn Steve's. This game is like, I want to say it's like a 2-bit game or something. Like, it just uses black and white basically dots. It has a really unique art style, but it also is like a 3D game, and you basically try to find out, I believe, how all the people on this ship were murdered. So you're trying to just basically, just find out what the backstory is for all these different people. And definitely an interesting title, and one that both of us agree on that this is going to be a sought after game in the future and probably demand a high price tag. So if you see this, you might want to grab it if you can find it at a local Best Buy before they're gone, if they're not already gone. And the last one I picked up from my local GameStop, one I had actually pre-ordered, the last one in this series. Just awesome that it came to Switch. These are really cool games, and that is Trails of Cold Steel 4. Couldn't tell if that was 5 or 4, but yeah, this is Trails of Cold Steel 4, The Legend of Heroes Frontline Edition. Really cool. Glad to add this one to the collection. Like I said, the third one was out on Switch, and it's one of those games. When it came out, it was pretty much just gone. They didn't get a ton of copies, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one winds up going up in value. I'm sure the other one has already been rising, but absolutely happy to add this one to the collection. And then I got one more item to show you guys. Like I said, this new store that opened up by me, the first thing that I seen when I walked in, I just had to get it, because it's honestly something that I have been looking for a while, hoping to find one, in the wild maybe, but also something I did look on eBay and just wasn't finding the right prices, and I finally found that. And that is a boxed NES. This box in really decent condition, so as soon as I walked in there, it just grabbed my eye, and I had to walk out with this. And I got this for a really decent price. I was real happy with it, and I was absolutely shocked when I opened it up to find that it is almost complete. The only thing that it's really missing is the game. It has the 2 controllers, it has all the hookups and stuff. Everything was packaged really nice inside. It has the foam in there, most of the plastics. So it even has the instruction manual for the console and a poster. So I was like, oh hell yes. I was really happy, and I didn't know what the condition was going to be like because this thing was shrink wrapped. So I honestly had this thing out last night and was playing a bunch of NES. Actually, I was playing the Adventures of, the Adventure Island with my wife for quite a while, along with another new pickup I got, Shatterhand, and a couple other games, but we had a good time and really happy to have a boxed NES finally in my collection, guys. But what do you guys think of my newest gaming pickups? Definitely let me know in the comments down below, guys. And like I said before, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, guys. But that's it. That's the video. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one, guys.